Yo, what's up guys? So, it is currently the next day, early in the morning, gym to ourselves right now. Best feeling ever. It's chest day, it's Friday. Can't go wrong there. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the back video this morning, which I recorded last night. We're here to hit chest. We now basically have 2 hypertrophy days, no more strength day. So earlier in the week, this is the workout that I did. And now I'm basically just gonna do it again. So, enjoy the workout, and I'll talk to you guys as we go on. Just gonna warm up a little bit with the bar and see how this is feeling. All right, boys, we got 165 on the bar for incline press. 3 sets of 8. Push to the absolute maximum on every set. Which means if I can get more than 8, I'm gonna go for more than 8. Last time we did 155 for 1, and 165 for 2, and 165 was heavy. So we're starting here. See how it feels, boys. All right, guys, we got 9. 9 was hard. I missed groove. Maybe could have got 10. That was first set. We still got 2 more. And I'm not gonna lie, switching to incline first gave me a crazy pump last week. Like a better pump than usual. So hopefully that continues to happen. As of right now, it's just like in that shock the muscle phase, because I never start with this. So starting with a different movement, like, confuses my system, right? Something it now has to adapt to. And I think it's good to change it up a little bit once in a while. So I'm pretty happy with that. 2 more sets to go. See if we can replicate 9 with a smoother 9th rep. I might not get 10 because now I am fatigued, which kind of sucks because I could have got 10 on the first set if I didn't miss the groove on my way up on the 9th rep. Woo! We got 10. The last 2 were rough, but we got it. So we got 1 more set here. Damn, bro, that was feeling nice. Rest for a couple minutes. Hit this for 1 more set. And if we got 9, 10, as long as we get 8 on the next set, it's time to progressive overload already next week. We'll jump right up to 170. We'll add another 5 pounds. And then try to get that for 3 sets of 8. So perfect progressive overload. My main goal for incline right now, even though I'm not really going for like strength, I'm just, trying to get the reps in. To rep 185 incline steady, that's pretty sweet. I'll take that. My incline is much weaker than my regular bench. So we do one more set here. Then we're going to the flat bench. So we'll readjust this. And hopefully, on the flat bench, we can get 185 for 3 sets of 8. Now, granted, I'm fatigued. It might not be possible. Because the last time, I got, what did I get? I got 185 for a full set of 8. But I was struggling to get there. So I dropped down to 165. And I did 165 for 2 sets, and even that was killing me. I was dead by the time I got there. So hopefully that's not the case, and we're still able to pump out 185 for a full set. Hopefully 2 to improve from last week. But this rep's already improved. Like I said, I did 1 set of 155, 2 sets of 165. This time I'm right to 165. I got 9, I got 10. And then I should have 8 for sure on the next one. So definitely a little bit better than last week. Last week I started at 155 because I had to gauge where I was, right? Because usually after flat bench, I simply just do 135. I recently increased it to 155. So well, let me start at 155 and see how it feels. See if I could go heavier, considering that's my first movement. And obviously I could do 165, so. Fuck man, the incline is feeling good, I can't even lie. Like, I don't know what it is. The thing is, I see influencers and shit talk about it all the time, that it's overall a better chest movement than flat bench. And I don't know if I agree with that, because I've literally built my chest because of flat bench. Basically, when I was first starting in the gym and I was learning and shit, I barely ever flat bench, dude. I was scared, I was embarrassed that I could only do the bar, man. Like, I didn't want to do it. But my chest sucked from the machines. Don't get me wrong, I started to build a foundation, right? But nothing beat getting on that bench, man. Once I started to get on that bench, my chest grew massively. As soon as I started to take benching seriously, whether I was going for a PR or not, just simply getting under the bar changed my chest growth substantially. So I don't care what anyone says, I put flat bench or incline bench in S tier. Like, it's literally, why would you not be doing it unless you have some kind of injury? So now incline is feeling really nice, and it never really used to. Maybe I just don't like doing it on Smith. Maybe because it's free bar, I'm feeling a bit better about it. Kind of reminds me back of the Boiler Room Gym, if you guys know. Come from my old videos. I did it a little bit there. But now doing it on a bench that I feel comfortable in, one that I'm working at like every week, twice a week, on the bench, right? Like, this is my home now. This bench is my home now, so maybe it just feels so comfortable for me now. Because apparently, like, influencers really hype up incline press, but it's mainly because of the Smith. And I don't really like the Smith. It puts a lot of pressure on the wrist when you have to unrack it, because it's a weird unrack. And so I don't really like it that much. And sometimes, I don't know if you guys know this, but some Smiths, the bar pad, because it's attached by the cables, it's either straight up and down, or it's on a slight angle going backwards. So it adds a weird resistance as well. So even though the bar is only like, I think it's like 20 or 25 pounds, because it's literally labeled, but if you add that bit of resistance, I would even argue that it's more like 30 pounds. So if you hit a PR on the Smith machine, dude, I'd count that. Like maybe minus 15 pounds max, but still, it still counts, bro. Honestly. And honestly, who the fuck cares, bro? If that's the best equipment you got and that's your PR, then that's your fucking PR, man. Like, let's go. Hit that shit. Alright, done yapping. I'm gonna get this set. And I'll see you guys in flat bench. Holy shit, did I play for that rep, man? Holy fuck. That's a good rep. That's a good rep. That's 8. We'll move on to the flat bench now. Fuck yeah. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see me properly because the camera's kind of close, but 185 on the bar. I'm not gonna lie, man. I really fought for my life on that last set. So we don't know how this is gonna go. Psych! We're gonna lift this shit! Let's fucking go, baby! If you can pick it up, it's lightweight. That's what they say. Move you guys back a little so you can see me. We got 7. I wanted 8. But I'll take it. Comparing it to last week, for the incline 155, 2 sets 165. Today, we got 3 sets 165, so progressive overloaded on the first set, and we managed to get actually managed to get 9. We missed groove, could have got 10, but we got 10 on the next one, and we fought for our fucking life for 8. Good progressive overload. Maybe I'll do it one more week before I increase to 170, since I really was fighting for that 8th rep. Actually, no, I won't, because on my second set I got 10. And honestly, to complete that, I'm looking for like 3 sets of 8. So if I got 9, 10, and 8, if I didn't get 9 and I didn't get 10, then the 8th rep on the last set probably would have been a bit smoother. But that's what happens when you're training to failure. And I think that definitely means it's time to progressive overload. So I take back what I said. I'm definitely not doing the same next week. I'm totally going up to 170, without a doubt. Now, so I already improved that. And then 185 for 7. Last week I did it for 8, and it was a fucking fight, dude. Those last 3 reps. 5 moved okay, the last 3 were killer. I would kind of say the same for this. I think 4 or 5 moved okay, those last 2 reps, they were a bit hard. But I dropped the weight to 165 last time, and I pumped out 2 sets of 8, and it still felt heavy. I don't think I rested long enough in between sets. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to make sure I rest long enough in between my sets, and I'm going to get this shit for at least one more set of 6 or 7. I'm going to go for 7 again. If I hit 6, that's fine. But then I'll drop the weight, and I'm only going to drop it by 10 pounds. I'm only going to go to 175. Not as much as I would have done last week. And that's huge progressive overload, considering I've already improved on incline today. So that's an amazing progressive overload for this week. Because mind you, I'm not comparing this to what I did last week. I'm just comparing this to what I did on Monday. You know? Or Tuesday, I mean, Tuesday. Because I actually work out Tuesday to Saturday now, and I take Sunday and Monday off. Something I had to rearrange for school. So, with that being said, that means that I am going to be off. Like Saturday, tomorrow, I'm going to come and train, but I'm not hitting triceps or chest. So I consider it a rest day low-key. And then Sunday and Monday I have off and come back in for another chest lift on Tuesday. Start our week off. Considering I already improved my incline, it looks like I'm going to improve this. Even though I got one less rep on the first set, as long as I do it for a second set, I've improved. That's all that matters. And regardless, we improved the incline right before this, so either way, dude, like, we're improving. I feel like I said that word too much, so I'm gonna chill on saying that. Man, the chest is pumped, bro. The chest is pumped. I can't wait to finish these last couple sets and we'll get some fly movements. The pump's gonna be insane, bro. We're gonna do the cable flies like we usually do, pointing this way because the tower's right next to me. I have thought about setting up a bench there to do a more classic style fly, pec fly, but I don't know, I'm kind of learning the right height and exactly where I want to go to get the squeeze. Like I said, I was doing like top, squeeze down to middle, but now I'm more like in between middle and top, squeezing to middle. And I'm trying to like, when I come in, I'll rotate my wrist a little bit and really push my chest together. So I'm still messing with it. Either way, it's still feeling good. It's still providing a pump. And until I perfect what works perfect for me on there, it's good for now. Oh. Oh. Alright guys, should we hit this or what? You said rest 30 more seconds? Nah man, I don't got time for that. It's time to go. I've been yapping to you guys for like almost 2 minutes now. That's more than enough rest. Actually, that's the perfect amount of rest. You actually should get 2 to 4 minutes, especially on bench press movements. I honestly think you should have 2 minutes minimum between sets. If you're doing a minute and a half, I'm sorry, man, but you're not giving your muscles enough time to breathe, dude. You're limiting yourself. You might feel like you're putting in more work in the moment, but I promise you, you'll see better results if you take longer rest in between sets. It's also going to prevent you from having to drop the weight and really truly push yourself. If you only rest for a minute, you're gonna be way too tired. You might only get to like 2 reps, then you're gonna drop the weight, and now you sold yourself short. Where if you had just rested at 1 extra minute and a half to get to 2.5 minute rest time, that 2 reps you now could have gotten 4 or 5. That's how much of a difference it makes to properly rest in between sets. And if you are hydrating, that's even better. Let's get this shit, boys. Let's get this shit. My ass might come off the bench, man. Whatever. Okay. We got 8. Fought for that last rep. See, that extra rest mattered, man. It mattered so much. I was able to actually get 1 more rep than I did on my first set. Just because I rested slightly longer. And it fucking paid off, man. Now we're gonna do this for a whole other set. And if we get 6, 7, that is absolutely perfect. Now I know for next week, you know, again, we're still going for 3 sets of 8. We got 7, we got 8. Let's see what we can get next. Right? And I'm going to keep doing this every week, every fucking chest day, until I hit a whole 3 sets of 8. Or, like my incline, if I get like 9, 10, and 8, then that's good too, whatever. But as long as I'm getting 3 sets of 8, I'll take it. And if my first set's 7, but then my next 2 sets are 9 and 9, or my next set is 9 and then 8, then you might as well carry that 1 number over to your first set. And that still, to me, completes a 3 set of 8. Because even though you missed a rep on the first set, maybe you didn't take enough rest, like what just happened to me. Maybe you missed groove on the last rep, right? You played it safe, you wrapped it. But then the next time you got 8, I'd still do it again this next week. And again, try to get 3 sets of 8. But, on the contrary, if you got 7, and let's say you got 9, and then you got 8, for that middle set where you got 9, I'd carry that 1 extra over to the first set.
And then I would say that completes the 3 sets of 8. Right? Maybe something happened on the first set, you didn't take enough rest, but then you got one more rep than you even needed for, based on what your program says, on your second set. So carry that extra rep over to the first set. When it comes to tracking progressive overload, because then you know it's like, maybe your setup was bad, maybe you had a bad lift off, maybe you didn't rest enough, right? You don't need to worry about it too much, right? Like I just got a full extra rep on my second set, and I think that's simply just because I took a little bit more time to rest, right? So now let's see if we can get 6, 7, or 8. If we get 8, and I'm like, damn, I really wish I rested a little bit more in the beginning. I could have completed 3 sets of 8. Maybe I'd go up to like 190 next week. Maybe. It's hard to gauge because it's my second exercise. And if we're already going to increase our incline next week, it's probably not a good idea to increase the bench as well on the same day. But you got to progressive overload any way that you can, man. Otherwise, there's no point. Man, it took me so long to understand how to progressive overload properly. It's the same thing. Like I'm not going to get to 8 and stop. Like if I think I can push 1 or 2 more, man, I'm going to push 1 or 2 more. Just because my program says 8, that's nothing. That's just a guideline. You know? It's like when you're in school. It's like when you're in college or university, you get like a program plan and it shows, here are your assignments. This is your weekly calendar. Like, yeah, your due dates are concrete. You have to meet those due dates. But like some programs will tell you like, start working on this project or start working on this project. You know what I mean? And sometimes they help set you up to pace yourself. And it's just like, those are just guidelines, man. Those are recommendations. Same thing. That due date, I look at it as a recommendation. I look at it as like, no matter what, I have to eventually get there. I have to submit the paper on that time. Just like if my program says 3 sets of 8, I have to eventually get there. And then when I get there, then I can increase the weight. But it doesn't mean I should sell myself short while I'm trying to get there. Meaning like if I can get my paper done on the first day of class, as opposed to a couple days before, then I'm just going to put in the work and get it done. It's the same thing like here. If I can get in a few extra reps, I'm not going to wait till a whole month passes and take my time and, you know, like, whatever. Right? Like, what's the point then? You might as well just get it done, dude. Get it done. Put in the fucking work. Put in the extra reps. And then in the end, now you've hit your goal much faster. Just like in school. You got that paper done and you stop pushing it off. You now gotten it done much faster and you've beaten the deadline. Just like in the gym, man. You've beat your program. It said 3 sets of 8. Move up now. Improve. Said the word again, man. My bad. But that's just how I try to look at it, man. Like, you should always be improving every little bit you can. Now, there is some things I'm plateaued on, though. Like this cable thing, cable fly, I'm stuck at around 25 pounds. Granted, I'm trying to find out what's best for me. Once I find the perfect sweet spot, maybe I can increase it to 30, right? But for now, 25 is giving me a pump, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly what height works the best for me, that I can get the best contraction for my chest. So until I find that perfect sweet spot, and I'm really close, I'll leave it at 25. But the second I find that sweet spot, it's going right up to 30. Like, I'm not wasting any time there. Right? So that I would consider a plateau for the moment. Right? My one arm extension, I've been doing 15 pounds for a long time. That's because when I get to like that 10th, 11th, 12th rep, and my program says 3 reps to 12, and I'm barely finishing it, and my arm is shaking like a leaf to finish it, right? It's arguable whether or not I should overload on this. My program says 3 sets of 12. I can get there with a ton of shake. I probably should progressive overload, because even if I'm a little heavier, if I only do 8 reps instead of 4, but they're better reps, and they're more controlled, and they're not shaking like a leaf, and I'm increasing the weight, I would technically consider that better than getting those 4 extra reps just to meet my program requirements of 3 sets of 12, and having those 4 reps shake like a leaf and potentially the form be ruined. So at that point, I might as well progressive overload and work my way up again. Just do 3 sets of 8, and work my way back up to 3 sets of 12. Even if those last 4 start to shake like a leaf. Like, you have to kind of gauge it. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's a work in progress, right? Like, it's something I'm still having trouble with, so we'll see. Alright, if we've yapped you all long enough, we're going to take a sip of water, we're going to get this shit. Alright guys, so the rest of the exercises after this, I'm just gonna record one set of each exercise like usual. I'm gonna put some music over it, a little montage, and then I'm gonna see you guys for a quick pump check at the end, and that's it for today's video. So, stick around to see what I get on the set. I'll see you guys in the cable tower for a couple sets, and then we'll check out the pump. Let's hit this shit. Woo! We got 8, boys. Let's go. Hell yeah.
When this began, I had nothing to say, and I'd get lost in the nothingness inside of me. I was confused, and I let it all out to find that I'm not the only person with these things in mind. But all the vacancy the words revealed is the only real thing that I've got left to feel. Just stuck, hollow and alone, and the fault is my own, and the fault is my own. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of the pain I felt so long. Erase all the pain till it's gone. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm close to something real. I wanna find something I wanted all along, somewhere I belong. And I've got nothing to say, I can't believe I didn't fall right down on my face. I was confused, looking everywhere, only to find that it's not the way I had imagined it all in my mind. So what do I have but negativity? Cause I can't justify the way everyone is looking at me. Nothing to gain, hollow and alone, and the